address, remember that if we change the port number, in this example on the screen here in the middle, the port number is 8550. You got to put in the colon in the port number, and you should get your username, password for your NUO device. And now what we're going to do, the NUO's on the network, it's working on the local network, the cameras are connected to the local network. Now we're going to program the cameras individually into the NUO 2040 so it can access the cameras and get the video. Here you see one of the cameras. I've got the 4-camera unit, the 2040, camera number 1. Camera's got a name, Joan camera. That's my wife. Address, that's its local IP address for the camera. In this case, it's 192.168.1.10. Port number over on the right, that's the port number that I programmed into the camera. I didn't want it on port 80, I put it on port 85. The username, administrator name, and password. SNI and then the password, which you can't see, but that's what's been programmed into the camera. And then you see that it says the vendor's Panasonic and the model is an MV NM100. Now, the NUO product has got, if you pulled down this window here, you would see the multitude of vendors' products they support. Panasonic and Axis and Acti and all these different vendors. And over here in model number, when I went to Panasonic and I click on this pull down here, it shows you 40 different Panasonic IP cameras that this product supports. So you select the part number of the camera and the vendor, and now that camera is going to hook up for you. Now, in some cases, not all, but some, you can use this auto detect feature. And what the NUO product will do is it will search the network for IP cameras, and it will find some of them, but not all. And if it does, that's great. It'll find it, and you'll get that IP address information, but you will still have to put in the username and password. So in my mind, it's easier just to make sure you have that information and type it in for each, in this case, 4 cameras. Just type in that information. And you see down here, I've got a camera at IP address 1.10, 1.99, 1.110, and then you see the different port numbers, port 85, port 89, and port 86. You see the vendor of the camera, and you see the model numbers of the cameras. So I've only got 3 cameras on the system, so that's how I do it. If I had that 4th camera, I would put it in there, right? Right. Now, you're going to find when you get one of these NUO 2040s, it's got a ton of different recording options and features. But for now, what I want you to do is just set the cameras to always record, and it couldn't be simpler. You hit the radio button that says always record, and you check off the cameras you want recorded, and boom, you're recording your cameras 24/7. How long do you want to keep the video? I want to keep it 14 days. Automatic recycle? Sure. That means it's going to, if the disk fills, when the disk fills, it'll start rewriting the oldest video. This is great, basic, standard setup. You can always go back and tweak it later, or the user can tweak it if you give them that option. One of the things that is a good option, though, is you can program it so it only records video when there's motion on the camera. That's pretty good because, you know, why record video if there's nobody in the room? If there's nothing moving in front of the camera, why even record it? It saves you disk drive space. Now, I got to tell you that in my house, you know, and there's people here all day long, I'm not using a lot of disk drives, so I just have them record all the time. But you can have them record on motion. The key here, ladies and gentlemen, is make sure that you understand this. The NUO 2040 does not detect motion live. If you want it to record on motion, your camera must have motion detection in it, and it must be turned on. Most cameras have motion detection. It's easy to turn on, but you got to turn it on. The camera does the motion detection for this decision whether to record or not. Okay? So make sure that you enable the motion detection in the camera if that's the way you want to record. Then you can check your recording schedule. If you have a bright red line like I have on camera 1 here, that means it's recording all the time. The blue lines mean it records on event, like say motion detection, and a light red line means there's no camera there, there's nothing being recorded. And again, I only have 3 cameras on my NUO 2040, so camera 4 is just dead. I'm not using it, right?